It is Sunday night. And you know what that means? It is the Sunday Night League, and we are here for round number 2 of Season 6 GTE. We had a cracking race last week at the Nürburgring Sprint. It was the first time that we went to that circuit. Speed Hunter's just arrived as we're looking at the seal going into the water here at a very beautiful looking Grand Valley Highway. Bunnies is on the way as well, so hopefully we'll be having a full grid this evening. Salek in the chat saying evening, all good evening Salek. Good to see you. So we'll just wait for Bunnies. Bunnies is 2 minutes. And whilst we're waiting for Bunnies, I'll tell you the standings from round number 1. Now obviously it is just the order that they finished in the first race. So currently leading the championship is the defending champion Speed Hunter in his Tivo Lamborghini for Chris Boo. In second place is Cool Duboy in his Alfa Romeo, driving for Jim with 22 points. Third place is Victory Rain, the champion from season number 4 in the LST Honda of Specmia. In fourth place is Cthulhu. He made his debut in GTE last time out for the Red Bull Honda team. Finished 4th, had a very competitive showing. Cinemod finished in 5th place for Tivo Lamborghini. There he is. Going across, Gazman making his full-time debut as well, instead of a stand-in, so he is the team boss at Red Bull Honda. He finished in 6th place for a strong showing in his first full-time seat in GTE. In 7th place was Specmia. Okay, there he is. There is Specmia. My keyboard was not working for a second there. He is in the LST Honda crew. And he finished 7th. Yorkas finished 8th for Alfa Romeo. 9th was Rob on drums. 10th was Tiny Terror, also in the LST team. Rob on drums in the Tivo team. Yorkas in the Alfa Romeo. 11th was Aloe in the Monster, but he did have double hards for that race. It was a tactical move, though, by Monster Energy team boss Pat, because he knew what was coming along for this race. Matt unfortunately had to retire in the race. He still gets points for 12th place though. So let's have a look at the team standings. Tivo Lamborghini have 49 points. They've got 10-point lead over LST Honda with 39. Red Bull Honda 2 points behind with 37, and then a 5-point gap to Alfa Romeo. Very close between them. Unfortunately, Monster Energy Honda only having 6 points in the first race because they were missing 2 drivers, but they've got full assortment today, with Binko making his GTE debut, and the first time we've seen Binko actually in about 18 months here in the Sunday Night League. He drove in the Porsche Cup in the penultimate season of that, in season number 4 on GT Sport. So the tyre situation is Tivo Lamborghini, Red Bull Honda and LST Honda are both using the mediums and hards. Cool Duboy just saying Bunnies has just got online, so we're just waiting for Bunnies at the moment. We have said we'll wait for him, so we're just waiting for him. And in terms of Alfa Romeo, they're using mediums, 2 sets of mediums. Monster Energy Honda are using the softs. Couture set a very fast time on the mediums there, 156.2 for him so far. But we're trying to find a Honda, which I can't find any of them right now. But there is Binko. He's on the softs. He set a very fast time in the practice session just before now. He's got a little bit of lag issue, so we'll see if that causes an issue for all the drivers. There is Victory Rain as well, so we're just waiting for Bunnies to log on, and then we can get qualifying started. Okay, so just waiting for Bunnies. So it's not here yet. I've not seen him arrive. So can't set qualifying off. So let's have a look through the grid. Here he is. Here is Bunnies. He's just arrived now. We're running a little bit late, Bunnies. Hopefully nothing too serious, but he has made it this week. There is Cthulhu leading the field. We are at Grand Valley Highway, which we've never raced before in the Sunday Night League, so it will be interesting to see how it all turns out. See him up there in the Lamborghini. There's Gazman after his impressive 6th place last time out. Tiger returns to driving in the Sunday Night League as well. Great to see him back. He was meant to be in the last couple of races, but due to issues has not been able to race, but he's here now. Driving for Alfa Romeo alongside Yokas. So Yokas using all of the dirt on the outside. This track, very tricky on the outside. You can see all the sand and dust out there for the drivers to get caught up in. Turn 9 being shown there. All the turns look very similar. Here's turn 12 into turn 13 though. Turn 12 very tricky in any type of car. Especially these GT cars, they're not being very happy. Pat in the chat saying the jittering is normal for Binko. Well, we'll just see if everyone is ready and then we'll get qualifying underway. Then 10 minutes of qualifying. They do not have to use the same tyres as they do in the first stint of the race. That was my fault last week. I got that all wrong. It's an old rule, and I wrote the rules about 2 months ago, so I'd forgotten my own rules. So. Oh, no! Hold on. The PlayStation is too hot, apparently. PlayStation too hot right now, so I have to run that, open that up, open that window. Something's going wrong. Okay. There we go. Are we back online, everybody? Sorry about that. PlayStation ran too hot. So I'm not sure if we're online or not. Can you please confirm we're online? That would be fantastic. We had a bit of an issue there with the PlayStation deciding that everything went a little bit wrong with the temperatures. So, all the drivers coming out now. They should be on their softest tyres, really, to get this session underway. 10 minutes of qualifying then. Here at Grand Valley. Let's go on board then with Matt Psycho. Here he is on board with the Season 1 and 2 champion. If you'll stay with us for this race, just checking where we are. I think we're in turn number 7 and turn 8 and into turn 9. Here's turn 10 and turn 11 is a very tricky left-hander. First gear down here, up the hill into turn number 12 at the end of there. That doesn't count as a King Kong circuit, but turn 12 left-hander. Lots of long left-handers into S-bends. Here is turn 13. Thank you, Pat. Pat saying we're still alive, so that's good. A little bit wide by Matt Psycho. He is in the Red Bull Honda, driving for Gazman, the team he's driven for before. Going into turn 14 again, another long 180-degree corner into another left-hander. These S-bends just keep coming, and here's another. This is very tricky at the end of the lap. Turn 16 will catch a lot of drivers out in this qualifying session and the race. Turn 17 into turn 18 is flat out now until the end of the lap. Through turn number 19 onto the home straight. And you can see the dust bowl that we are in. And lots of smoke coming out the chimneys as well, so it must be cold here in California. So Matt Psycho will be the first driver to qualify. Cthulhu coming into the pits though. So Cthulhu coming into the pits. He's on medium tyres. If he swaps onto softs though, that's going to be an interesting thing. Hopefully he doesn't do that. Cthulhu going on to just stays on the mediums and is just keeping out the way of everyone else. Telling Cthulhu to pit for mediums. There's a little bit of a language barrier, so I'm giving him the benefit of the doubt, but he needs to pit for mediums. He cannot use the softs because Red Bull aren't using soft tyres, they're using mediums and hards this evening. Cannot choose a different type of tyre. So Matt Psycho will be the first driver to set a lap time. So we were looking at a 156. Unfortunately, it's early on in the session, so nobody is on their super fast times. So Cthulhu given the benefit of the doubt there. So Matt Psycho coming through the final corner, turn number 19. It's flat out, as I said before, 156 roughly we're looking for a pole position time. This is not going to be far off on the mediums. It's a 155. But, we're getting the drivers going through. Victory Ring takes it then from Cool Duboy from Matt Psycho. Let's see who is next across the line. Gazman puts himself up into 4th place. He's 1.3 seconds down. Speed Hunter drops down though. He's down in 6th place. He's made a mistake through here. He's on medium tyres. Specmere in 5th place. The defending champion a long way off the pace then. Bunnies puts himself in 6th place. Look how much wear is on that left front though for the soft tyres of Bunnies. Lots of traffic as well for Bunnies so far. So Cinnamod puts himself up into 6th. Aloe looking quick here this evening as well. 5th place for him. Binko puts himself 2nd in his Monster Honda. So far, Victory Rain, the man who is not known for his qualifying, is on pole. He's getting a tow. There's some debris on the circuit. Someone's gone off, causing some damage, but they're on board. Let's go on board with Victory Rain. He's got Cool Duboy in front of him. Really get a drive off the straight of turn 13. Yes, he does. Going down into turn 14, he's a little bit quicker. As we go side by side with Cool Duboy. Cool Duboy not giving up the position. Not giving the position up. So Cool Duboy is there. Victory Rain is on a fast lap right now. Cool Duboy in 3rd. He's 0.2 of a second off the pace, so he must have made a mistake to be that much slower than Victory Rain. So Victory Rain coming through, crossing the line. What does he do? He's currently on pole. Will he extend it? Matt Psycho puts himself up into 4th. Victory Rain goes a little bit quicker. Where is Binko? Binko is in a Monster Energy train. So drivers crossing the line. Speed Hunter puts himself into 7th place now in the Lamborghini. Tiger moving up the field as well. Specmere moving up the field further down. Bunnies puts himself up. Binko puts himself on pole by a second. That is fast from Binko. He is a fast driver. We know that from his time in the Porsche Cup. In fact, his last race in the Sunday Night League, he won it. So Aloe in 6th place. So those Monster Hondas are up the field. 7th place, Gazman, but he's made a mistake going through turn 6 hairpin. It's a funny track here at Grand Valley. Speed Hunter in 8th place. It's not looking great for the defending champion here. Cinnamod in 9th place as well. So these Lamborghinis a bit further down the field. Specmere in 10th in his LST Honda. Tiger in 11th. Yokas is in 12th place. Tiny Terror in 13th as Bunnies has had a little bit of an accident. Where has Bunnies ended up? Cannot find him. Is he pointing the right way? No, he's not. He's hit the wall. There's a bit of action happening. Did he get taken out by his teammate? Is there? That's going to be an interesting one. The hay bales do seem to be an issue although he's trying to keep out of the way of other drivers. So Binko currently on pole position. What is Victory Rain doing as he enters the tunnel at the end of the lap? Medium tyres for Victory Rain. He's a second off the pole. So maybe Binko has got the pole position. Where does Cthulhu put himself? Matt Psycho puts himself into third place. Moves himself into the top of the standings. Third is a good position to be starting the race in, obviously. Bunny's there in fifth. He's had an issue on this lap. Speed Hunter goes faster, but he's still down in 8th place. Specmere improving his time as well into 9th. Look how tight it is between the drivers. A 10th between him and Speed Hunter. 6 thousandths between Specmere and Cinnamon. Cinnamon just crossing the line now. So there is Tiger, Yokas, Tiny Terror, Rob on drums, Cthulhu coming to the end of his lap. He's currently only on his first flying lap because of the issues with his tyres. So he's leaving it very late. Where will he come into the field? Through the final corner he goes, along the straight, and he goes up into 5th place. So Cthulhu puts himself into contention for this race. Binko, though, on pole. Arriving in GTE, although look at the bouncing he's doing. I don't know if the other drivers will find that distracting. I know I would. Did in Formula X, for sure. Find drivers bouncing around. It's my first experience really watching drivers bounce around whilst I was racing. The Matt Psycho coming to the end of the lap. What is his time going to be? It will be his penultimate time. He will have another lap after this. He will cross the line just in time. He's going to pull his teammate along with him. No, that's Victory Rain, in fact, behind him. So they're both going to cross the line. Victory Rain gets past him. Cool Duboy improves his time. He's in 4th place. Is he on another lap? Matt Psycho having problems a little bit. So Cool Duboy has crossed the line. Binko has not, but Binko is in a slipstream once more. Let's go on board with him. Is he going to get a slipstream from the Honda ahead? He's not deciding to use it. He's getting a lot of power though, as he's not near the finish, though. Matt Psycho has decided to pit. Victory Rain, I think, has stopped as well. Cinnamod puts himself up into 9th place. So Cinnamod finishing his qualifying session in 9th. He's just 14 thousandths of a second behind Gazman. How tight is this field with the medium tyres? Victory Rain only half a second down on Binko on the medium tyres as well. So Victory Rain having a nice run on his final qualifying lap. Will he manage to get it finished in time? He will get it finished. Will he get on to? No, he's 3/10 down. 3/10 down as it stands. What is Cool Duboy going to do? No, he's not any faster. So it looks like this will be our grid. The defending champion down in 10th place. Speed Hunter, not a happy chap in this Lamborghini. He's not even the fastest Lamborghini. That is Cinnamod. The Lamborghini not suiting this Grand Valley highway circuit. Will they do something clever for the race? So pole position looks like it will be Binko. 2nd place, Victory Rain. Half a second down. Matt Psycho in 3rd place, a half a second. He only just out-qualifies Cool Duboy. Cool Duboy coming across the line. He will not improve his lap time though. As he crosses the line now. 2.1 seconds down. Cthulhu, 5th place for the Spaniard. 6th place Aloe in his Monster Energy. Honda Bunnies is in 7th place. So 3 Monster Energy Hondas in the top 7. Gazman is in 8th. 9th place for Cinnamod. 10th is Speed Hunter. 11th is Specmere. 12th is Tiger. 13th is Yokas. 14th, very tight as well here, Tiny Terror. Rob on drums will complete the session down in 15th place. But it's incredibly tight all through the field. We've got 4 seconds covering the top 15, all the 15 runners, but Binko on the softs. We'll see what he can do in the race. Those soft tyres do look like they will wear out fast. Can they keep them, hold onto them? Just got a few more seconds left until the end of the session. The cars go across the bridge. You can tell this circuit is a fantasy circuit on the game. Let's have a look at qualifying then. Binko on pole. First race in GTE, and he gets the pole by half a second from Victory Rain, also in the Honda. Another Honda. 3 different teams in the top 3. Matt Psycho for Red Bull Honda. He is 1.1 seconds off the pole time, but he is on medium tyres, as is Victory Rain. Cool Duboy in the Alpha in 4th, mediums for him, and Cthulhu also on mediums in the Honda. 6th place for Aloy in his Monster Honda, and 7th for Bunnies, both on softs. Gazman is on the mediums in 8th. 9th in the Lamborghini. Top Lamborghini is Cinemod. He outqualifies his champion teammate and the championship leader, Speed Hunter, who is 10th in the Huracan. 11th place for Spekmir in the Honda. 12th for Tiger, making his return just ahead of Yokas, his teammate, in the Alfa Romeo. 14th is Tiny Terror, and 15th is Rob on drums. That is your qualifying result. I will just ask the drivers, are they ready to start the race? Because now they get the chance to change their tyres. We don't know if they're ready yet, so we'll just make sure they are. So it's a very tight qualifying session. Thank you everyone that's watching us live here on YouTube. This is Sunday Night League. Like, share and subscribe if you haven't done so already. We're here every Sunday for the next 3 weeks, including this one. Next week we're at Altopolis. And it will be a fantastic race there in Japan, but already we've got one here at Grand Valley Highway. Let's get ready to start the race. Speed Hunter, 10th place for the defending champion. He's the championship leader by 3 points. Cool Duboy, his championship rival, qualifies 4th. Victory Rain is on the front row in his Honda. The Honda looking like the car to be in this race. Binko on pole then for Monster Energy Honda for Pat. Victory Rain in 2nd, 3rd Matt Psycho, 4th Cool Duboy, 5th is Cthulhu, 6th Aloy, 7th Bunnies, and 8th Gazman. We have the lights on. 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights, and it is go here at Grand Valley, and it looks like a good start from Binko. In fact, Cool Duboy has done his start again from the Nürburgring. That Alfa Romeo seems to get off the line very well in the hands of Cool Duboy, but it's Binko that leads. But Cool Duboy looking up the inside of Victory Rain, side by side, going through turn number 2. Binko holding his position. He's bouncing all over the place. It's very distracting for the others, but Victory Rain holding into 2nd. 3rd place is Cool Duboy. 4th is Matt Psycho, losing that position ever so slightly as they go down into turn number 6. This is where we could see anybody have a little go. Matt Psycho deciding to defend slightly from his teammate Cthulhu. Cthulhu is under pressure from Bunnies. Bunnies on board with the Canadian. What can he do in this Monster Energy Honda? He's on the softs. Matt Psycho running a little bit wide. Is he on the mediums? Yes, he is. So softs will be on Binko's car. Victory Rain on the mediums. Is everybody else running mediums as they come down into the tight hairpin of turn 11? Back onto another straight. Cthulhu hassling his teammate Matt Psycho as they come through. So Cthulhu on the mediums. Softs for Bunnies. 7th place is the lowest softs. Mediums for Gazman. 9th place is Cinemod. He's on the mediums. Tiny Terror is on mediums, Yokas mediums, Rob on drums is on hards, Spekmir is on hards, and Speed Hunter is down in 14th place. He has had an awful start. So Tiny Terror and Yokas, no, I don't think anybody's on. Oh no, there we go. 2 hards are Rob on drums and Spekmir. So right at the back of the field is Speed Hunter. He is not having the best of starts. Just updating all the tyres for all the drivers. So everybody running mediums apart from Spekmir and Rob on drums. Binko though leading by half a second from Victory Rain. Matt Matt Psycho, he knows that Cool Dubois is fourth behind him. Cool Dubois having a look at Matt Psycho. It's very close actually between Cthulhu and Bunnies going down the hill into turn number 7, turn number 3, turn number 4, and turn number 5. They're side by side, still going down to turn 6, and Bunnies manages to get the position up into 5th place. Matt Psycho defending the position from Cool Dubois. These drivers are going for very different lines. Let's go on board with Aloe. This is the view from Aloe's car. He can see his teammate fighting with Cthulhu, kicking up the dust in front of him through turn number 10. And then into tricky turn 11. What does Cthulhu do? Cthulhu puts his nose up the inside of Bunnies, but cannot make the move stick. He's making sure that Bunnies knows he's there as we go down through turn number 11 and into turn number 13. They all look the same at this circuit. Let's just look at the front of the field though. Binko pulling away from victory reign. It's 1.4 seconds to gap between him and the Season 4 champion. Matt Psycho, the Season 2 and Season 1 champion, is in third. Cool Dubois, Formula X champion, is in 5th, and his rival from Formula X, Bunnies, is right behind him. Bunnies on the soft tyres, keeping the pressure on the Alfa Romeo. It's incredibly tight as we go over the bridge for the second time in this race. 41 laps of this circuit. Bunnies pushing hard. Cthulhu in 6th place. There is Cinemod in the Lamborghini in 8th place. He's the top Lamborghini still. Tiny Terror had a good start on the medium tyres. Gazman in 10th place dropped some positions. Yorkas, though, has got Rob on drums behind him. So Rob on drums on the hards. Speed Hunter is trying to catch them up. He's had a poor start to the race. Binko, 1.2 seconds, but it's this fight for 3rd place that is taking our attention at this point in time. We've got 4 drivers in the same shot. From 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, in fact, we've got 5 drivers, as we see a lovely shot of the turn 6 hairpin. Matt Psycho there in 3rd. Cool Dubois still putting the pressure on the Honda. He's a second up on his fastest lap. Binko currently holds fastest lap with 155.7, dust being kicked up by Cool Dubois. He's really pushing. Matt Psycho looked like he touched the wall a little bit on the exit of the corner. Cthulhu keeping the pressure on Bunnies. What can the Spaniard do against the Canadian on board? Cool Dubois looking up the inside, just making sure Matt Psycho knows he's there, making that Alpha very nimble. But then we have the pressure from Bunnies. Bunnies able to get onto this straight. Can he use a slipstream to make a move down into turn 14? It would be a brave move. It's a hard position to overtake. It's not happening. You can see the flow of this circuit. It's just one corner after another. You cannot escape. And if you get a little bit of a slide like Bunnies did just out of turn number 17, you start to pay for it. Turn 18 is flat out, and then into turn 19, Cool Dubois looks like he is all over the back on Matt Psycho. Let's go on board with the Alfa Romeo, who's getting a nice slipstream. Does he go for the bump draft? Or does he not? He doesn't. He jinks to the left. He'll be on the outside going into turn 2. Turn 1 is a slight kink, and then into turn 1 he goes around the outside. He brakes later than Matt Psycho, but Matt Psycho is on the inside on the exit of the corner, but he's on the outside for turn number 3. So Cool Dubois probably has the line. He does going into turn number 4. He moves up into 3rd place as he pushes hard into 5th. And then into the 6th corner of the circuit. Matt Psycho brakes later though, and he's run wide. Matt Psycho runs wide. He's under pressure now from Bunnies, who goes up the inside of him on the exit and puts his Honda into 4th. Just going down though into turn 6. Very tricky for Matt Psycho to hold position. He's down to 5th now. He's lost 2 positions already on this lap. He scrapes the wall as well. Let's go to the front of the field. It's Binko and Victory Reigns. And the tyre situation is very similar. But Binko on the soft tyres. So Cool Dubois, he's under pressure from Bunnies. There is no mistaking that. That Honda is fast. So the Honda currently fuel very similar. Oh, Cool Dubois running very high on the curve through the exit. Let's look further down the field. Let's see where Speed Hunter is. Speed Hunter is nowhere so far in this race. Cinnamon in 8th. Gasman is in 9th place in his Honda. 10th place is Tiny Terror. Speed Hunter is in 12th. He's trying to catch up with Yokas. He's 20 seconds behind the race leader. Something happened to him at the start of the race and he's having to fight back all the way. Let's go back to the fight though for the podium. Cool Dubois currently in 3rd. He's chasing Bunny, being chased down by Bunnies, and he's actually only half a second behind. It's the 2 Hondas behind him though. Cthulhu's got ahead of Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho is not having his best race so far. He started 3rd on the grid. He's lost 3 positions in this race so far. I know it has been a disrupted build-up to the race. Although he's 7th place, Cinnamon in 8th. 9th place is Gasman. Tiny Terror and Yokas is under pressure. Oh, Yokas has gone off! And that's because Speed Hunter hit him. There's a whole mess into turn number 2 between these. So Speed Hunter's hit the back of Yokas and had to slow down. It's good to see that he waited. Binko currently leading the race then. His jittering isn't being a problem because he's got a gap. But oh my word, it does look not so good. Victory Rain, let's go on board with Victory Rain just to see what he sees in comparison. So Binko looks like he's going to go off pretty much every single corner, but that is the connection of Binko. So Victory Rain in 2nd place. Good for the championship standings at the moment, although he and Cool Dubois would be tied as it stands. Cool Dubois would be ahead on Countback because he got 2nd place before Victory Rain. But it's very early days. We're only on lap number 5 of 41. Cool Dubois has got a train of cars behind him, led by Bunnies, Cthulhu, Matt Psycho, although he is still there, holding on to the back. You can see them going through turn number 18 now, at the end of the circuit, into the tunnel once more. Ahead, Victory Rain does look visibly closer to Binko. Victory Rain's lap is 56.0. Binko a 56.2. It does look a lot closer. You can see the cones on the outside of turn 2. As Cthulhu puts himself up into 4th place, he passes Bunnies. We saw this last time out at the Nürburgring. Cthulhu, he did have a poor start to the race. He was involved in a spin with Tiny Terror. There was nothing that could be done about it at the start of the race, and he ended up producing very consistent lap times, which if he'd been at the front, he probably would have been on the podium, or in that fight that we saw for the podium at the Nürburgring. He is currently fastest in the first sector too. So Cool Dubois, 3rd place, under pressure from the Spaniard, who is right behind him. We're on the bonnet cam for some reason. Press the wrong button. There we go. Cthulhu has got a great drive, in fact, because Cool Dubois just touched the gravel on the exit. But Cool Dubois, oh, very nicely done by Cthulhu. He's forced the error from Cool Dubois and has gone round the outside of the Alfa Romeo. So Cthulhu puts himself up into 3rd place, and already Cool Dubois is under pressure from Bunnies. Bunnies, will he have a go? Oh, not! There goes Cool Dubois up the inside, round turn 14, but then Cthulhu has the position through 15, into 16, very tight and twisty. There's Cool Dubois though, still holding the position, still pushing. He's right up the backside of the Honda. So Cool Dubois will put it through. Well, Cthulhu was going to put the brakes on then, but it's the lights turning on because of the tunnel. It is incredibly dark through there. So Cool Dubois losing time now to the Hondas. The Alfa not the fastest in the straight line. Will Bunnies have a go into turn number 2? Oh, Cool Dubois trying to go around the outside of Cthulhu. Trying all the moves at this point in time. This battle for 3rd place, there will be battles elsewhere, but we're staying obviously with this one because this is where the tastiest of the action in GTE is happening. We've gone long. And then we go really close on the exit. So let's just have a look. The gap between Binko and Victory Lane is very close because Binko's tyres are starting to wear out. Cthulhu is in third still, but Kulduboy is making sure he knows he's there, putting his nose onto the apex at times, just in case Cthulhu runs a little bit wide. Bunny's in 5th place, Matt Psycho 6th, 7th place. Bunny's has got a run though on Kulduboy. Kulduboy defends the position, tight into turn number 10. Not turn number 10, turn number 12 into 13. Always catches me out. Turn 10, 11. Always a bit weird. You can see how close they are still. Aloe is still there in 7th place. Watching these battlers slow each other up a little bit, but not slowing each other too much. Cthulhu keeping it nice and tidy through turn 16. So let's go on board with Aloe. Let's have a look what it seems like from his point of view. We're going through turn 18. It is flat through here. Soft tyres starting to wear on the monster Hondas. Aloe is the fastest man on circuit at 155.7. I didn't notice that. Lap number 4, fastest. Using the slipstream of the drivers ahead of him to help him, maybe, but looking very strong, staying in contact. Matt Psycho looking up the inside of Bunny's up ahead though. We've got Cthulhu and Kulduboy. There's a cone on the exit of turn number 2. Cinnamod, at this point in time, he will be catching. A 56.6 is the same time as, Aloe goes off slightly. He's kept it pointing the right way. And that is Kulduboy having a clash with Cthulhu. He's dropped himself down to 6th. So had a move up the inside. It just didn't give us the replay. There we go. So the replay just didn't get it quite. Look, missed the lead. Battle change as well. Victory Lane up into 1st place from Binko. So Binko's tyres looking more worn. Bunny's up into 3rd now. Matt Psycho in 4th. We've got the top 5 now with Hondas. Kulduboy under pressure from Aloe. Cinnamod has definitely caught up then. And Gazman is being towed along as well. So the top 9 are covered by 13 seconds. That is nothing in GTE at all. As Victory Lane leads the race then for LST. If he gets the victory, he will go into front of the championship. I don't know why it's saying refuel now. It wasn't before. It's because I've used the replay, isn't it? It doesn't like it when you use the replay. Bunnies then is in 3rd place. Don't worry about the flashing signs. Matt Psycho then up into 4th after Kulduboy. Well, Cthulhu, he'll be feeling very unhappy about the incident with Kulduboy going into turn 6, going around the outside a bit wider than his teammate, trying to get a better drive possibly out of turn number 2. There is Kulduboy now in 6th place. All or nothing move for 3rd. He's down in 6th. Aloe in 7th, being caught up now. 58.8 from Aloe. Cinnamod 56.3. Everybody in this battle here were definitely slower. In fact, Cinnamod is one of the fastest drivers on the circuit as it stands. Where is the champion? He's in 11th place. He's behind Tiny Terror. He's on the pace though, 56.1s. So he's not slow. He's just not having a great time of it. 56.8 for Tiger. Yokas in 13th in his Alpha. 14th is Rob on drums, and Specmere down in 15th place on those hards. He is trying to get rid of them. That is what he's doing. He's trying to get rid of the horribleness at the beginning of the race, but he is tracking so much slower than the race leaders. They're doing 56, he's doing 202s. He's 7 seconds off the pace of his teammate, Victory Rain, who leads the race for LST Honda. So look, if the battle has calmed down a little bit for third place, a little bit. Bunny's now in third, Matt Psycho in fourth, with Cthulhu there in fifth place, being chased down by his friend Cool Dude Boy. So Cool Dude Boy once more in the slipstream of Hondas. What will he do? Will he get a mega tow from the Hondas ahead? He's keeping up with them, he's closing a little bit. And loses time a little into turn number 2. Cthulhu though in fifth place, keeping the position. It's Bunnies that's got currently leading this train. Aloe now under pressure from Cinemod that's on board with the Lamborghini going through turn number 4 and turn number 5. Aloe a little bit squirrely. Look ahead, what's going on up ahead? I don't think anybody's changed any positions. They all looked like they were happily having fun. Cthulhu though, Bunnies has dropped down to 6th. It's Cthulhu. So Bunny's down into 6th place. Cthulhu and Cool Dude Boy rubbing with each other once more. So Cool Dude Boy in 4th place. Matt Psycho there in 3rd place now. So they're fighting over these places. Everybody's had a chance in 3rd place so far in this group. So Matt Psycho, he'll be trying to pull away. He'll be hoping his teammate Cthulhu can put the pressure on Cool Dude Boy as they resume their fight. Bunny's losing a bit of time. Oh, his left front tyre is completely died. He's going to have to pit this lap. There's no way he can keep those alive anymore. The battling, in fact, has probably worn the tyres out because they are worse than his teammates. No Bunnies is worse on his tyres than most, but he's got to pit. And he's starting to get a flash of fuel as well, so it might be worth coming into the pits, doing 10 laps on these tyres, getting some fresh tyres back on. Victory Rain, 2nd place. And, ooh, interestingly, Binko has saved a lot of fuel in comparison with everybody else that's been fighting. Cool Dude Boy having a look through turn 2. He does like to put the nose of his car on the inside to have a little bit of a look, a distraction maybe to his opponents. So Cool Dude Boy through 4th and 5th corner. Will he have a go into turn 6? He does brake very late. Matt Psycho is there, 3rd place for him. 2nd is Binko, still only a 2nd behind Victory Rain. So this title fight up front is very close. Pat will be having a twitchy leg moment, I'm sure. It's only lap 11. But his driver is in the fight. Whether he can keep these tyres going, though, is going to be interesting. Cthulhu in 3rd place. Where has Cool Dude Boy gone? Cool Dude Boy, has he hit Matt Psycho? He has. Matt Psycho is in 9th place. And Cool Dude Boy, well, that shows that they've hit each other. So Matt Psycho and Cool Dude Boy, did he give the position back? Matt Psycho there in 9th place now, so they've dropped completely down the field. Did Cool Dude Boy give the position back long enough? That will be one for the stewards to look at, maybe. Victory Rain in 1st place then. Binko in 2nd. And Aloe into the pits. So, Monster Energy, first stop of the race then for Aloe. Couldn't go any further. His teammate has already stopped though. Bunnies is down in 13th now. He's got a fresh pair of soft tyres on. Fresh set. He's down into 13th place, but he will not know about the issues that have happened further up the field. Gazman on medium tyres. Yokas is pitting as well, so Cool Duboy now in the pits. So he's getting rid of his mediums, getting some new mediums on board. Victory Rain still going round, so is Binko. They're going long on these tyres. Tulu is third. He's done a long stint, so is Cinnamod. Speed Hunter also putting himself into contention here. He's moved himself further up the field. Psycho in 6th place. Rob on drums in 7th. And Bunnies is in 8th. 8th place for the Canadian. Gasman in 9th. 10th is a Lowy. And there is Cool Duboy. 11th place. He's been overtaken by Speckmere. So Speckmere on the hards. He hasn't stopped. He's got half a tank of fuel. He's definitely not on the power as quick as Cool Duboy going out of turn 2. So is Speckmere going very long? That's maybe why his lap times are so slow. Victory Rain goes by once more. So Victory Rain is not stopping yet. Neither is Binko. Cthulhu pits. He does not have enough fuel. And Cinnamod will pit as well. His teammate, Speed Hunter, will pit also. So the TiVo Lamborghini team will be having a busy time in the pits. Matt Psycho would be stopping this lap. So Rob on drums will not. So Rob on drums on the hards. Is he going longer? And if so, how much longer does he go? Bunny's 8th place so far. So it'll be interesting to see where Cthulhu feeds out. Because Cthulhu is 3rd. What will he do? It's a slower fuel rate at this season of GTE than previous seasons, so we'll see what happens as Cthulhu gets a bit closer to the end of his tank. So here he is. Cthulhu does not fill fully. He's jumped by Rob on drums. And Bunnies as well, according to the ticker on the side. There goes Bunnies. So Bunnies is ahead of Cthulhu. Cthulhu, is he ahead of Gasman? Will he fight Gasman into turn 2? Gasman lets him go. Gasman knows his teammate. But Gasman has stopped. Didn't fuel for as long. And has brought himself into contention. Has Gasman put himself in this battle for 3rd place? Is everybody on the grid going to have a chance at 3rd? Rob on drums currently in 3rd place. He's on the hards. He's in the 58, so he's not going slow on those hard tyres, for sure. That is good pace from Rob. He is looking to bring himself into contention further on. Victory Rain, though, into the pits. No fuel left in that tank. 2%. Binko has a little bit more left. He has 7% left. Rob on drums in 3rd. 4th place is Bunnies. Tulu, Gasman, Lowy in 7th, Cinnamod is in 8th, 9th place is Speed Hunter. So Speed Hunter, after all the turmoil, has got himself up into 9th ahead of Cool Duboy. That is interesting. Tiny Terror is in 11th and Matt Psycho in 12th. Tiger in 13th and 14th place for Speckmere. 15th is Yokas. Yokas setting his best times. Rob on drums, currently in 3rd. He will not get the lead, as he's a minute behind the leaders. But where will they feed out? Well, they're coming out to the end of their stops. And is Binko going to jump Victory Rain? I think he is. I think he's ever so slightly ahead. He is. There is Victory Rain just behind him. So Victory Rain has got to overtake him on track. So the pit stop has worked brilliantly for Binko. Binko's managed to save a bit of time with being more fuel efficient. Rob on drums, only 3 seconds behind. Bunny's there in 4th place. So Bunny's bringing himself into contention. Cthulhu is 5th. Gasman also 6th place. What did we say? Top 8 covered by about 18 seconds. It's now 15. Cinnamod has got himself in 8th place, 15 seconds behind the race leader. Speed Hunter in 9th place, 22. Cool Duboy in 10th. That Psycho now in 11th place. with Tiny Terror just behind him, so he's made a move on Tiny Terror, possibly into turn number 2. So Tiny Terror in 12th. Will he have a go into turn 6? No. Oh, a little touch though. So maybe that Psycho braking a little bit earlier. 4th place, Rob on drums. It's just starting to fall back now. He's on the end of his fuel. 14 laps though on the tank. But that's his hard stint done. He will not have to use them any longer in the race. Unless he wants to, of course. But I don't think he will. Cthulhu in 5th place. Gasman right behind him. Ooh, Cinnamod having some fun with the wall on the exit. See what Speckmere has done with his tyres. He's still on hards. He's still running. He hasn't stopped yet, which I wonder what he's trying to achieve doing that. Yokas on the mediums. So Yokas is there. Binko is defending against Victory Reign. So Monster Energy, 6 points in the championship so far. They've got a car first and 3rd. Pat will be happy to see that. It's not about the championship any longer for this team, unless something goes incredibly wrong for them. There's so many different companies on that car, Pat. There's Relentless on the back that I can see bouncing along. I wonder what Monster Energy would think if they saw that. I also saw an AlphaTauri sticker on it. Yeah, there's an AlphaTauri sticker, so it's every single drinks company you can find. BWT over there. Here's another drinks company, Red Bull, with Cthulhu. Cthulhu, as I said before last week, draws himself into contention as the race came on. He's doing it again here, putting himself into a very strong position. Half an hour into this race will be about an hour and 20 minutes again, so they're long races this season in GTE. But it creates so much opportunity for tactics to become a thing as well. If your race gets destroyed, Speed Hunter 8th place is only 22 seconds behind the race leader. Cool Duboy in 9th, he's only 4 seconds up the road from Matt Psycho. Tiny Terror is there half a minute down on the race leader. Tiger there in 12th. Speckmere in 13th, and Yokas is a minute down. So the field is very tight, really. Rob on drums has just come out the pits. He's on the medium tyres now, so he, as I predicted, will not use those hards anymore. It's going to go long, I would think, again on the mediums. See if we can get another 14 laps out of the mediums and the fuel tank. And we can have a short stop later in the race. Binko pulling away from Victory Reign on the last lap, a 1:56.2 compared to a 56.8 for Victory Reign. 55.8 for Bunnies. So Bunnies is pushing hard once more. His tyres aren't looking too great compared to his teammates and Victory Reign's medium tyres, but he's pushing hard. He's pulled away from Cthulhu. Gasman there in 5th. Aloe is 6th. 7th is Cinnamod. 8th is Speed Hunter. And 9th place is Cool Duboy. He's doing 56.5s. 56.7 for Speed Hunters. They're all in the 56. I say that, and I look at Speed Cinnamod, he's doing the 58.2. So 58.2 for him, but he has got Lowy just ahead of him. They're fighting for position for 6th place, although he in 6th. Gasman in the 56s. 55 for Bunnies. Bunnies, I think, is the fastest driver on the circuit. Yes, they're all in 56s. Tiny Terror is in the 57, setting cut blues now. Here comes Tiger. Want to get back into the swing of things here in the SNL. It's been a while, he said, since he's raced. Yokas in 14th place. He's ahead of Rob on drums. Rob on drums, though, he'll be bringing himself back into contention. Mama Sykes in the chat saying, "Hi, Jam. Come on, Matt." Well, Matt's had a very eventful race, Mama Sykes. I'm sure he'll tell you about it. He's in 10th place. He was fighting for 3rd, but there was an incident between himself and Cool Duboy. And that's brought them further down the field. Speed Hunter, the championship leader, though, had a problem in qualifying. He started 10th and then had issues in the opening few corners. We think we didn't see it. Binko, though, leads the race for Pat and the Monster Energy Honda team. Times have changed for the Monster Energy team. They lead first, but they also have a car in third place with a very fast Bunnies. Bunnies in third place, looking at Victory Reign. Can he make it 1-2 for Monster Energy? And if he does, will there be team orders? Because Bunnies is a full-time driver. Binko is standing in as it stands. He's not confirmed for the season. I think Pat is trying to go with a rolling driver lineup. Wolfbane unable to commit to the season due to work issues, being put onto the Sunday night rota every single week, which is not fair. Do they not watch the Sunday Night League? You are. Like, share and subscribe. Get Wolfbane's employers watching the channel and saying, look, this is where you should be, when he's making a small mistake as I do that plug. Going through turn number 12. This long viaduct over the canyon. So it's very, very pretty on the outside. When you're driving it, you don't really appreciate what's around you. It's just so busy and twisty and tricky. It feels like it's always wanted to complicate things, especially through 15 and 16. We've just seen the cars of Cthulhu and Gazman go through. This section here is very nice. It's flat out, so there's not much to do. It's the beginning of the lap is very, very tricky. Let's go on board then, just to prove our point. So Binko going through turn 1, that left kink, and then turn 2. It's harder. It's not as hard at braking as you think it might be. There's a cone on the inside there, just to make things a bit more interesting. Through turn number 3, again, it's fast. And turn 4, also very fast. Turn 5, flat out. Turn 6 then, you have to brake. You're braking about 200 miles. Someone's taken out all the markers. You've just got to hope you know where you're braking. Unfortunately, Binko does. He's got a 2-second lead now over Victory Reign. Similar fuel loads. But he's just falling back a little bit. His tyres are starting to wear out. We saw this before. He's going to have to go. He'll have to do an 11-lap stint at some point, which could be very tricky, because Cthulhu is only 4.4 seconds behind in the Red Bull Honda, and on worn-out tyres, it might be very hard for Bunnies to hold onto the car. But Cthulhu has to use hard tyres. Bunnies does not. Bunnies has to use softs all through the race. Gazman on the medium still. 6th place is a Lowy. He's got pressure from Cinemod. They are fighting for position. Lamborghini in the TiVo colours. Oh, Aloy's hit the wall very hard on the exit. Well, that gives Cinemod a chance to make the move on the pink and black car. It may do as he goes up the inside, not quite alongside. Backs out. Turn 15 and 16. Can he get a better exit? He's actually clipped one of the bollards that's maybe held him up a bit, but he is in the slipstream of Aloy, so stay with this battle for 6th place. Aloy and Cinema. That Lamborghini is just tucked up so close to the Honda. What will he do? Turn 1, there is no chance of making an overtake. It's just a kink in the road, but turn 2, you can have a go. Cinema positioned himself very well to do that move. He's already passed, I think. Yes, he is. As they go into turn 2, Aloy will make it hard for him. Aloy runs deeper. He runs out wide. This is why this corner is very cool for drivers, because Aloy ran wide and he's managed to stay ahead. He held the line. He went longer. He used the banking to help him hold the position. He might decide that's my line now through that corner. Binko is pulling away. He's just set the fastest lap of the race, a 1:55.5 in comparison to a 1:56.1 from Victory Reign. Bunnies in 3rd place. fighting hard. Cthulhu, just quietly, 4th place, keeping it all together, putting himself into contention. Definitely for the podium. Will he put himself into contention for the win? There is Gasman as well. Gasman's not given up on the podium either. He's using those tyres well. I'm getting to the point now where Bunnies will be starting to think of a pit stop. He's still got a little bit of tyre left. He's got one more lap, I would have assumed. Unless he's going to try and do another 11 lap stint here. He's probably going to stop 2 more times in this race. Binko currently leads. He's got over half a tank of fuel left in his car. Also a similar situation. Bunnies has less fuel. Bunny's trying to get 11 laps out the car. He's going for it. Sorry, 10 laps out the car. Skipped us on that. Cthulhu then. Let's have a look. Oh, Speed Hunter's now ahead of his teammates. So Speed Hunter's ahead of Cinemod. So Speed Hunter's recovery is now up to 7th. He's set a 55.7 on lap 16. So that shows you the speed of the Lamborghinis. Get a little bit of a helping hand from Cinemod going down the straight. So very closely matched. Will do, boys, sliding the Alfa Romeo through turn 2. 56.3 for him on the last lap, 56.4 for Matt Psycho. Tiny Terror, 58.1. Tiger just not having the best of times at the moment. Definitely getting himself back into the swing of things in the Alpha. Here's Binko blinking all over the place in his Monster Energy Honda. That's saying this is what it looks like normally for Binko. I believe Binko and me live in the same town, which is very interesting. Victory Reign there in 2nd place. Of all the places in all the world, he lives in the same town as me. Well, I live in the same town as him. I wanted to be closer to Binko. I don't know. Here is Bunnies in 3rd place right now. So Bunnies in 3rd. 4th place is Cthulhu. So Cthulhu 4th in the Honda. It'd be ironic if we became next door neighbours, wouldn't it? There's Gasman in 5th place. He's going to have to pit on this lap. He was one of the first drivers to pit. In comes Bunnies then. I do like the fact that we now have more of an entrance for these cars going down into the pit lane. They don't just randomly disappear, although they still do there. It's a bit more of a sequence now. Victory Reign then, 2nd place. Speed Hunter moving up the field as the others do their pit stops. Lowy then has got Speed Hunter up the inside of him. Speed Hunter up into 4th, is he? Just holding the position then. Goes the Lamborghini, but Lowy not making it easy. He is back up ahead. That Honda is proving very fast. Speed Hunter down into 5th place. 6 is a possibility to overtake, but Lowy holds the position nicely and does not allow any opportunity for Speed Hunter to go up the inside. I've seen a few incidents through that corner. That was Cool D-Boy in 7th. 8th place is Matt Psycho. 9th is Tiny Terror. Tiger in 10th. 11th place is Bunny Gasman coming out of the pits then in 12th. So he's ahead of Yokas. Yokas is only just ahead of Rob on drums. Here is Specmere. So Specmere has not stopped. I don't know how he's done it, but he has not stopped yet. But the benefit of not stopping, I don't know what the benefit is if you're last on the grid. Unless he's going to come in and do some very short stops for fuel and half tank it, unless he can do just one stop. That might be the possibility he's going for. He can definitely do one stop based on what he's doing. And if the mediums will hold up for one stop, then he can do it. will have saved 2 stops on everybody else, but the time lost is quite significant. So Binko at the moment first on the track as Aloy comes into the stops as well. Cool Dubois in his Alfa Romeo. Here's Victory Reign in second place with Cthulhu in third, Speed Hunter fourth, Cinemod fifth. Well, this is the point in the race. Matt Psycho has got a quarter of a tank of fuel still, so Matt Psycho has been fuel saving, I suspect. Now he's not been fighting with other drivers. Aloy 7th, Cool Dubois then in 8th place, Tiny Terror into the pits in his Honda. Tiger in his Alpha. So Bunnies will overtake all of these drivers, bring himself back up the field. So it's 37 seconds behind Matt Psycho in 6th place. So he'll jump Matt Psycho and Speed Hunter. His battle is with Cthulhu. Cthulhu 9.4 seconds behind the race leader. Again, Cthulhu not finished at all in this race. There you can see Victory Reign going into turn 14. So the Red Bull Honda is looking strong. The LST Honda also medium tyres. So the tyres are the same for these two Hondas. This Honda just using softs all race long. Still a long time until they stop for fuel, those two. Cthulhu will be in before them. Cinemod up into 4th now. He's got back ahead of Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter had a slow lap on lap 21 of 58.1. He's lost time. He's got Matt Psycho only 2.9 seconds behind him now. We could see a very, very interesting fight develop in the end of their pit stops, because they will feed out around Cool Dubois. Cool Dubois there in 10th place. So he will be looking at the rest of the field, hoping that he can salvage something from this race. It's incredibly tightly packed throughout. So Binko there in first. It's a whole different type of ball game, this GTE Season 6. The fuel, really, if you can save a bit of fuel and be clever, gain a lap somewhere, you suddenly get the advantage. Cthulhu will be in this lap though. His Honda will need a drink at the end of it. There you see, he's only 8.8 seconds behind Binko. Running faster on the circuit. There's Cinemod in 4th place. Here's Lamborghini. Right now enjoying 4th. Finished in 5th place last time at the Nürburgring. His teammate won the race last time out. He's not going to do that today unless something very drastic happens. There is no rain though at this circuit, which is a shame, because that would throw everything in the air. As we look and we see Speckmere and Tiger. Speckmere will be pitting this lap. Tiger performing an overtake, it would have seemed, as into the pits comes Cthulhu. So Binko leads the race. Next week though, rain is a possibility at Autopolis. It's one of the hardest races as well in GTE. It's a full circuit. We have been there before on the short circuits, the full one. It's very technical. Drivers will be challenged. It is a long circuit as well. It's a hard race. It's quite slow. Yokas getting the blue flags then. Well, no, he's not. Sorry, Binko's already passed him. So who's ahead? Is that Tiny Terror? It is Tiny Terror. I think. Or is it Tiger? Oh, is it Speck? No, it's Speckmere's getting the blue flags. So Speckmere getting the blue flags. He has gone 23 laps on the tank of fuel. So we'll see what he does with the tyres. He could be on a very, very interesting strategy. Binko has lapped him. Binko has lapped Victory Rain. Victory Rain's tyres. Oh! It's a speed hunter going very slowly. He's had a crash. That's Psycho. Has he had a crash? No, he hasn't. He's only a tenth behind Speed Hunter. He'll have a go. Going into turn 14, he makes the move. And that is for position. So he overtakes Speed Hunter. Speed Hunter not enjoying this circuit, it would seem, in the Lamborghini, the defending champion. Falls behind Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho will be stopping. So will Speed Hunter. So that's vital. Cinemod is 5.6 seconds ahead. He's coming into the pits. In he comes. Lamborghini slowing down. Top two, though, still have got a long way to go, although Binko's tyres are not happy. Binko's gone a long way on those tyres. Victory Rain also going a long way on his tyres. What are they going to plan for their final stints? Because right now they could do 15 laps and then do one lap on the hards. That might be their tactic. That might be their tactic. Cinemod in third place. Matt Psycho fourth. Fifth is Speed Hunter, but Cthulhu and Bunnies are going to go past. Cthulhu and Bunnies, though, are fighting for position. Bunnies is in the slipstream of the Spaniard. Bunnies jumped in the pit stops by Cthulhu. Will he do the move round the outside? We've seen plenty of drivers do it. He's going to cut up the inside now, but he can't do anything about it. Tries to look up the inside of turn 3. Nothing happening. I can't believe. Is that? He's just stopped. Expect me it. So he's made his stop now. Oh, and Buddy's going round the outside of turn 6, but does not get the car stopped. So Bunny's fighting with Cthulhu. Cthulhu knows he's there as they fight each other through the S's. They've got the slow Specmere up ahead, although Specmere now is on the medium tyres and he might be having a full attack mode now. And Lowy and Gasman are having a fight, I think, as well. Yes, they are. Let's go on board with Bunnies as we do the lapping of Specmere. Specmere doing very well to get out of the way. Bunnies in fourth place. Cthulhu defending it. Caught Bunnies out by surprise there, because Cthulhu moved very early to defend and break the slipstream. So through 16 and 17 they go. The two Hondas fighting for third. Thank you everyone that's watching us here on the Sunday Night League. This is live racing here with us here every Sunday night. Like, share and subscribe if you have not done so already. Season number 6 of GTE, and it is proving to be another brilliant race in the GTE Championship. Oh, yellow flag! Oh, I think that might have been Yokas. No, it's Tiger. Apologies, Yokas. I thought it was Yokas because of the positioning on the circuit, but it was not. So Tiger having a bit of a crash. Binko, his front left tyre is completely worn out. There's no tread left on that tyre. Victory Rain has a bit of fuel flashing now. So what will Binko do? Will he stop this lap? Or does he keep going with his fuel? If he keeps going, then he may have an advantage. He doesn't pit. Neither does Victory Rain. They're both going on to lap 27. They've got an incredible length of time without stopping. Cthulhu and Bunnies, though, they're still having their fight for third place. Bunnies looking around, trying to position himself onto this back straight. Can he make a move into 14? He's closing up. Cthulhu defends it once more. Bunnies would have to go around the outside, and it isn't quite possible. We'll concentrate on the exit of 17 though, as Cthulhu kicks up the dirt, and this time Bunnies gets the move done. So it did work there for Bunnies. Bunnies got the better exit. Cthulhu kicked up the dirt in his face, and Bunnies puts himself up into third place, but Cthulhu is still there. He is still in the slipstream. He's going to make sure that Bunnies knows he's there. I don't think it will work. As they go into turn 2, Cthulhu, unless he does a dive, he goes for the move, but it's not happening. It's just not quite in a position to make the move. You're probably better going round the outside of someone. So although he did that earlier in the race with his battle with Cinnamod, it looked like Cinnamod had the position, and Lowy just did his wider line. You see him doing it there, and he held the position. Cool Duboy then in 7th place. So he's got half a tank of fuel. He's with Gazman now as they fight for position. Gazman is on the hard tyres, so Gazman is doing his hard stint now, trying to get that out of the way. He knows everybody else has to run the hard. Cinnamod also running hard tyres, trying to run a little bit different. The two race leaders are in the pits. Binko actually has lost a position. Is that because of the way the pits are? He will gain time though. He's got 3% more fuel in the tank to victory reign. Bunnies, third place with Cthulhu. Cthulhu is still chasing down. Will Cthulhu make a move into turn 14? I don't think he's close enough. He'd really have to be up there for that to happen. Cool Duboy though, up into 6th place. So Cool Duboy up into 6th. The Alfa Romeo driver trying to do his own recovery as well. Let's see what is happening at the front of the field. I think Binko's pulled out a little bit of a gap to victory reign. They're both heading down the pits. Well, it is incredibly close. It is very tight. They're only a second between each other. And here is Cthulhu up the inside in third place as the slower victory reign is there. So the top 4 are covered by 1.5 seconds. Bunnies and Cthulhu are not giving each other up. As they come through, they are fully racing. Victory reign has just done his stop. Will he be vulnerable to an attack now from Cthulhu? Not quite. As the marker boards are all over the place, although Cthulhu's got a great exit. So you can see the top 4 all in the same shot. There is Bunnies, who's only 1.5 seconds behind the race leader. On board with the Canadian then, we can see his teammate Binko ahead. And then victory reign 2nd, Cthulhu 3rd, Bunnies 4th. GTE is proving very, very close. Bunnies trying to go around the outside. Not quite. As Cthulhu looks like he might line up victory reign for an overtake. There's a possibility, so Cthulhu's got to be careful, because we've seen it before where drivers have gone for an overtake, they've messed it up slightly and they've lost the positions. Cthulhu going up the inside for 2nd place. He does it. Victory reign lets him have the position, maybe gives him the space, but he has to defend as well because Bunnies is right on his tail. Cthulhu running wide a little bit out of 17, but victory reign is under pressure now because he's got Bunnies behind him. Bunnies in the Honda. All 3 drivers are in the Hondas, all different teams. The Monster Energy Honda for Bunnies, the LST Honda for victory reign, and the Red Bull Honda for Cthulhu. And victory reign is going to be in trouble because here comes Bunnies. He's going to go around the outside. Is he going to go and do the Aloe move? He's done it already. He puts himself up into 3rd place, and victory reign is down in 4th. Well, this has all sorts of connotations for the championship, because victory reign 4th place, Aloe's in 5th, Cool Duboy's in 6th. They're all over the place with the drivers. GTE? Predictable? Never. Oh, Cinnamon! Power sliding on the hard tyres. Giving that Psycho a little bit of a scare. So they're all fighting the top 10. Covered by half a minute. Oh, imagine that. Top 10 covered by half a second. Insane. Here we are then. Bunny's in third place. What's he going to do? He's got another lap to go on these softs. He's got to be very gentle on them on his final stint because he's got to get 11 laps out of them. But every single stint he's done, he's been in a fight. And he'll be in a fight forever. As this race goes on, Binko leads the race. He's led the race pretty much all the way. We've had Victory Rain leading it as well. Binko's come in, driven that Honda, and is setting the pace. Cthulhu's second place, Bunny's in third. I thought that was a car up in the air. It's a Condor up ahead in the air. I think it's a Condor. Yeah, a Condor. Might be an Eagle. Fourth place then is Victory Rain. He won't be stopping. Will Bunny's? Doubt it. Bunny's still got 2 laps of fuel left. Oh, he's got a lot of fuel left. His fuel saved very nicely. His tyres are finished. Remember Porsche Cup all those months ago? Where we had drivers having to drive on very worn out tyres. That's maybe what they're using their skills from. Binko in first place. He's under pressure from Cthulhu now. Cthulhu, earlier in this race, has said, whoa, don't count him out. He gets quicker and quicker as the race goes on. He's currently looking for the lead of the race. He's only 4 tenths of a second down on the race leader. Yes, he's only got half a tank of fuel, but who knows how this will play out. He is currently flying along. The Spaniard, only in his second race in GTE. He won a race in Formula X on his return to Sunday Night League. This race, though, very different to winning around an oval. Very different indeed, but tactically, Cthulhu is one of the best out there. And he's doing it once more in a race. Bunny's in third. Victory Rain just falling back a little bit now. He's on the hard tyres, though. Interestingly enough, Victory Rain is on the hards. Binko, softs. Which he can only run. Aloe on the softs. He's coming to the end of his stint soon. Maybe he's going for 11 laps as well. Well, Dubois is on his mediums. He has to run the hards at some point in this race. Gasman is on the hards, only 6 seconds behind. Matt Psycho on mediums. He has to run hard tyres at some point. So does Speed Hunter. The hards are on Cinnamod's car, so he doesn't have to run them again. Tiny Terror also on the hard tyres. I feel like we haven't seen Tiny Terror for a long time. Been looking further at the field. Apologies, Tiny. Minute down on the race leader. There is Rob on drums in 12th battle here, though. Tiger and Yokas following Rob on drums. Tiger on the mediums, so is Yokas. Specmere. So Specmere. I think Specmere is trying to do one stops. As Cthulhu has got the lead. Apologies. Cthulhu has got the lead of this race. He must have got it down into turn 6. No, he's done it into turn 1, I think, because they're into turn 6 now. So Cthulhu leads here in the Sunday Night League. Bunnies is the fastest driver on the circuit with 55.1 in his Honda. So, Red Bull. You're used to seeing this driver and this helmet combination in a Formula X in a Red Bull. With the Red Bull helmet once more, is leading yet again. Cthulhu leads here in GTE with Binko, currently second. Looking strong for Binko. Victory Rain in fourth. Bunny's ahead of him. Bunny's has managed to get onto lap 31. That is what he's been trying to do all race, I think. Trying to get an 11th lap stint out of this car. He's now done it. He'll be pitting this lap for sure. Cthulhu won't. Cthulhu's got a long way to go. He's got another 2 or 3 laps left in that tank. Binko I think Binko will be pitting. I don't think Binko will pit again, will he? Can he get there? 10 laps on his tank? Possibly. It'll be very close. I don't think Binko stops again. So Bunny's into his pits. He goes. So he manages to get himself there. Binko currently second place, with Cthulhu pulling away from him. Cool Duboy in the pits. So he has got to run hards as well. So will he do 10 laps on the hards? And Lowy stops. He's on the softs. Gazman on the mediums. So Gazman will be the interesting one because on mediums he'll be racing with Cool Duboy, I think. Cinnamon there, 10th place. Where is Matt Psycho? Matt Psycho's done a pit stop, has he? Where Matt's gone? Matt's in 4th place. No, he hasn't done a pit stop. Okay, he's a long way from a pit stop as well. He's trying to get himself up the field. Is actually... Oh, I thought that was Victory Rain, but it's one of the LST Hondas that are further down the field. It's in fact Specmere. Specmere doing the one stopper, I think. But there's Cthulhu. It's 2 seconds up nearly. Lost a bit of time actually coming out of turn 13. So Bunny's 8.4 seconds ahead of Cool Duboy. With Gazman, look at this, Gazman round the outside of Aloy. We've seen Aloy do that move on Cinnamod. Cinnamod will be saying, I know what that move looks like. I've seen this before. He's gone board with the Lamborghini then, 10th place. His drivers. It'll be interesting to hear what they say about the race because there's been racing all over the place. Every single driver has had a battle somewhere. So Cinnamod in 10th place. There's battles here as well. Yokas, Tiger and Tiny Terror have all been fighting each other. 2. But Gazman and Lowy and Cinnamod, they're the drivers we're currently looking at as Lowy has hit the wall. Oh no, Lowy having a slide. Going downhill. And hit the wall at turn number 11. It's a tricky corner. Just got on the dirt and he's lost the positions. All that hard work. Cthulhu through turn 6. Blue flags are waving. So they are approaching traffic. He's 100th up on his best time. Binko in 2nd place. Victory Rain 3rd. There's Matt Psycho 4th. He's got Speed Hunter right behind him. So they're on the same strategies. It would seem. Bunny's in 6th place. 37 seconds behind Speed Hunter. Cthulhu though leading the race. Keeping it steady. Not getting too excited. He knows a lot can happen in this race. Victory Rain on the hard tyres. I don't think Victory Rain has to stop again. But unfortunately he's losing time to Binko. Binko I don't think has to stop either. Cthulhu definitely does. It's going to be interesting to see how he feeds into the rest of the field in the pack, because really he's fighting Bunnies. And Bunnies is 1 minute 5 behind Cthulhu. And pit stops are costing you at 110. But Cthulhu won't have to fill up fully. So we'll see what Bunnies can do. But Bunnies, remember, he's got to get 10 laps out of those soft tyres, which he has been able to do. It's just a bit of a push. Cool Duboy so far hasn't stopped for the hard tyres. He will have to do that. Oh no, he doesn't. He's on mediums. Ignore everything I've said about him having to stop the hards. He's on medium tyres. Apologies. So confused. It's just mediums for them in the Alfa Romeo, so they're not having to do the hards. So far, Speed Hunter, Matt Psycho and Cthulhu have not run hard tyres. They will be doing a short stint, I'm sure, at the end of this race. Bunnies is the man in third, I think, on track. Or virtually, should we say. He's currently on track in 6th place, but virtually I think he's in 3rd. It's all very complicated. Cool Boy, he'll be looking to see where he can recover after an eventful race. Currently in 7th place. 8th place is Gazman, but it's not going to be for very long because Cinnamod in the Lamborghini is pushing hard alongside. He's got the position on the inside for turn 2. In fact, he's going around the outside of turn 1. He's done it. Can he get it stopped? Or will Gazman be able to use the outside line? No, Gazman cannot, but he dives then on for the exit. But Cinnamod moves himself up into 8th place. Some great driving here. Some great battling all through the field. There he is. Oh, I think F12, does it? Doesn't. Oh, Gazman's got himself up into turn 8. 6. Very nicely done. Gazman back into 8th place. Cthulhu, his teammate, is in the pits. So Cthulhu pits from the lead, which puts Binko back into it. Victory Rain in 2nd place. He's got his teammate just ahead of him. That is, I think, Tiny Terror. I was expecting it. I can never remember. It is Tiny Terror. Matt Psycho then moving up into 3rd. Pressure on though from Speed Hunter. In 4th, Cthulhu comes out of the pits. He's only got 60% of fuel in the tank. And where is Bunnies? There's one of the Alphas pointing the wrong way. It might be Tiger. This time I said that. It was not. It was the other. I said it was Yokas. Cthulhu has pulled out a huge gap to him and Bunnies. So Bunnies is how far behind Cthulhu? 20 seconds, but he's set the fastest lap. So he's pushing hard. But Cthulhu, remember, he's on the hard tyres. So it's not over. 16 seconds is the gap, with 6 laps, including the one they're on. It doesn't take long. Bunnies will be on the back of Cthulhu, I'm sure, at the end of the race. There is Binko, and here is Victory Rain. It's 9 seconds between the two Hondas. Victory Rain still behind Tiny Terror. Tiny Terror sliding a little bit, but has not held his teammate up, I do not think. Matt Psycho will be coming to the pits soon. Does he decide to pit now and try and jump Speed Hunter in the pits rather than losing time fighting him? Although Speed Hunter is losing time to Matt Psycho as the Honda gets itself onto the straight. The Honda very fast in a straight line. All the drivers were commenting on that. No, it does not. Speed Hunter, though, does stop. So Speed Hunter decides to do the opposite of Matt Psycho. So Speed Hunter will be stopping, and he'll have to put those hard tyres on. So he's doing the opposite of Matt Psycho. Cthulhu, he's going to get 3rd place in this race as it stands, but Bunnies is flying. He is trying to get that podium back. So he's going to push for all his might to see what he can do. Binko has had a fantastic race so far in his return to the Sunday Night League. Here is Speed Hunter coming down the straight. He's going slowly. Out he comes, but he's ahead of Cool Boy. Significantly ahead of Cool Boy, who is in 7th place. But Speed Hunter is on the hards. It's 4.3 seconds between the two drivers. Binko is in 1st place. 10.8 seconds ahead of Victory Rain. Victory Rain is still behind Tiny Terror. 57.8 for him. 57.3 for Victory Rain. So Victory Rain hasn't got the speed to to overtake his teammate and actually might be thinking, I'd rather have a bit of slipstream to help me right now. Bunnies is in 5th and he's closing. He is absolutely flying. He did a 55.4 on the last lap. Can't compare that to Cthulhu. He hasn't finished a lap yet on the hards. He's got Speckmere, I believe, in front of him. Speckmere, yes he does. As Matt Psycho comes into the pits. So Matt Psycho in the Red Bull. It's a long, long wait. Here he comes. It's the Red Bull Honda. I like the Red Bull Honda style overalls from his mechanics. Very nice Honda colours. As he gets overtaken now by Cthulhu, his teammate. He'll also get overtaken by Bunnies. As Bunnies goes down the straight. Will he though? Or will he not? There is Matt Psycho. Bunnies is past. Bunnies is past Matt Psycho. Matt Psycho coming out on the hard tyres. There he is. And he's jumped Speed Hunter. He's kept Speed Hunter ahead. Or has he? Because Speed Hunter looks into turn number 2. Not quite for Speed Hunter. The battle continues then between these two. And Cool Do Boy, he's not far behind. He's only 2 seconds behind Speed Hunter. So he's going to catch them up. Especially if they fight each other. Matt Psycho in 5th. Recovery drive for all of these drivers so far. 5th, 6th and 7th. They've recovered themselves up the field. Binko is in 1st place. He'll be wanting to race every week in the GTE category. He's 10 seconds up the road from Victory Rain. Victory Rain now is ahead of his teammate Titan Terror. Binko's in the 57.7s as well, so Victory Rain, what lap time does he do now? 57.6, so he's a little bit faster, but not by much. Cthulhu did a 57.8. The gap is 13.8 seconds. There's 4 laps left. Oh, I think Cthulhu might have this okay, especially with Bunnies having tyre wear issues. I think Cthulhu might have 3rd place. It's going to be tight though. Let's have a look at a battle that will be tight. Here it is, 5th, 6th and 7th. Cool Do Boy in 7th place. Speed Hunter 6th. Matt Psycho is in 5th. These 3 very closely matched. And they're all fighting for 5th place. It's not what they'll have wanted to fight for at the beginning of the evening. Sometimes that's what happens. But Speed Hunter is in 6th place. Will he get into 5th? He's going to try around the outside of Matt Psycho. We've seen this move work. Will it work this time? It doesn't look like it will. No. He has to go and look for another route through. All this time, Cool Do Boy is looking. He's trying to position himself. They're going down through turn 4, through turn 5. They're all so tightly packed. Cool Do Boy going around the outside. Matt Psycho feeling a little bit of a touch. What does he do? He holds the position. Cool Do Boy puts himself up into 6th place. After a small tap, I think, from Speed Hunter. So Matt Psycho now has Cool Do Boy behind him. What will he be thinking right now into turn 8, into turn 9? Tricky. Sorry, turn 10 and turn 11. And then turn 12. This doesn't count as a turn, that kink in the tunnel. Matt Psycho there in 5th place. He's got Cool Do Boy all over the back of him. Through turn 13, we've seen Cool Do Boy make a move into turn 14 before. Will he be close enough as to go over the bridge one more time? Lap 38. Cool Do Boy looking around the outside. What can he do on the medium tyres? He's positioned himself there. That Psycho says, no, you don't. Turn 16 and 17. Mama Sykes will be on the edge of her seat, biting her fingernails, as her boy stays in 5th place. He's got Cool Do Boy all over the back of him, though. Cool Do Boy really tucked up in that Alfa Romeo as they go through the final corner. Cool Dubois has got a lot of speed. Where is he? There he is. As they go down the straight, what does Speed Hunter do now? Does Speed Hunter give Matt Psycho a bit of a tap? No, Speed Hunter's going for the move himself. Speed Hunter puts himself up into 5th place as they go into turn 2. Speed Hunter runs wide. Matt Psycho is in 5th place now. Speed Hunter loses the position to Cool Dubois. Cool Dubois is in 6th place. You'd think they were fighting for the lead of the race. They are not. They're fighting for 5th place that Matt Psycho holds right now. But it's Speed Hunter and Cool Dubois going through turns 5. Speed Hunter's gone off. Speed Hunter's gone off the circuit. Oh my word. As Cool Dubois goes round the outside of Matt Psycho says, no thank you. You will not do that around the outside of me. Matt Psycho then is in 5th place with Cool Dubois in 6th. Oh my word, oh they've touched! Cool Dubois running wide! Cool Dubois trying to turn into Matt Psycho, it seemed. Matt Psycho saying, no, you do not do that to me! I am turning into Murray Walker right now because of the excitement of this battle for 5th. Quickly look at the front of the field. Binko is 9 seconds ahead of Victory Reign. 3rd place is Cthulhu. Bunnies is in 4th. His fight 4th. What does he do? His tyres are looking very worn out. Matt Psycho then 5th place with Cool Dubois in 6th. Here we go down the back straight. Cool Dubois is not close enough to have a go at the Red Bull in front of him. He is on the softer tyres. He's on mediums. Let's go on board with the Alfa Romeo then as we go through 16 and 17. Psycho just cannot get the power down because of the hard tyres. Good evening everyone, says Chris Boone. Sorry for just letting me finish my duty now, but right now we are going off board because Cool Dubois is all over the back of Matt Psycho and we're going down the home straight. What will Cool Dubois do? He's flashing his lights, so you'll have to be careful about that. Here he comes, goes up the inside. Matt Psycho gives him the space, and that's Cool Dubois up into 5th place. So Matt Psycho currently then in 6th place. Oh, he runs a little bit deep on board with the Honda as we go down into turn 6. All of the hay bales everywhere. Through turn 6, we've seen quite a lot of hay go all over the place there. Sinhod and Gazman having a nice little scrap for 8th place of 2. Some great battles happening. Lowy in 10th place. Oh, it's Gazman pushing now with Cinnamod just ahead of him. Do we do here? Rob on drums in 11th place. Final lap for him. Wow, Binko's on the final lap. That came up quick. When did that happen? Binko then, final lap for him. In the Honda. He has come here, he's put it on pole, and it looks like he's going to win. His first race in GTE, a last minute call up for Pat. You can see his connection's not brilliant, but he looks like he's going to win this race. This race has been an absolute chaotic one for the championship though. Victory Reign will take the lead in the championship. He's currently 2nd in this race to go with his 3rd place last time out, so he'll go on to 42 points. With Cool Dubois going on to 38 points. So, Binko, 25 points. Oh, Matt Psycho's dropped down behind Speed Hunter now. So Matt Psycho dropping down behind Speed Hunter. Here is Binko then, going through turn 16 and 17. He's coming to the end of the race. A brilliant drive from Binko. Hopefully we see more of Binko in GTE. It's been a brilliant drive from him. And off he goes then. winner of round number 2, season number 6, here at Grand Valley is Binko. Congratulations to him, and Pat has gone from last to first. Victory Rain gets himself second place and the lead of the championship. Cthulhu will finish in third place in his Red Bull. He'll be happy with that position. Rob on drums has finished 11th. Tiny Terror has finished 12th. Pat in the chat saying, so that's what winning feels like. Cthulhu coming through to finish in third. A very fine drive from the Spaniard. Back on the podium. And first time in GTE for him. Tiger finished down in 15th place. Not had his best night, unfortunately, Tiger. Bunny's then coming down the home straight. 4th place for him. A spirited drive. 5th place for Cool Do Boy. 6th place for Speed Hunter. And 7th for Matt Psycho. All 3 of them recovering well. So they all cross the line now. Yokas in 13th. Specmere, sorry, in 14th. Gazman's going to finish in 8th. He holds the position ahead of Cinnamod in 9th place. And 10th place is Aloe. He was up there throughout the race. Looks like he's run out of fuel just as he crosses the line. And that was it. A win for Binko here in GTE. Congratulations to Binko, congratulations to Pat, and congratulations to Monster Energy Honda for their first win. They were last in the first race. They've won the second race with Binko. Congratulations to them. What a fantastic race. Absolutely chaotic. There he is then. There's the race finish for you. Binko in first place. Victory Rain there in second. 8.7 seconds the gap in the end between the two Hondas. Cthulhu in third. A Honda 1, 2, 3, 4 in fact. So the Honda podium. All 3 different teams though for those cars. Bunny's in 4th place. Fantastic result from him. And 5th place for Cool Do Boy in the Alfa Romeo. Recovery drive for him. Same with Speed Hunter, 6th place. He'll be happy with that after qualifying 10th and being low down in the field to start off the race. Matt Psycho in 7th place. Incident field for him in the Red Bull. 8th place was Gazman in the Honda. 9th place was Cinnamod in his Lamborghini. They had a great battle at the end of the race. Aloe in 10th place. He fought very hard all race long. 11th place was Rob on drums in his Lamborghini. 12th was Time Terror in his Honda. 13th Yokas in his Alfa Romeo. 14th for Specmere, trying the one stop I think in that Honda. And finally Tiger in the Alfa Romeo. What a race. Fantastic. Hopefully you enjoyed that. If you didn't, go and watch it again. I'm sure you'll find something you really enjoyed. Join us next week for round number 3 at Autopolis. If it's anything like this, it's going to be absolutely crazy. There's a seal there. Or sea lion, should I say. Plodding along the beach. Come and join us with the Sunday Night League next week. Round number 3 of Season 6. Halfway through the championship next week. It's anybody's. Like, share and subscribe if you have not done so already. And we'll see you next week. Goodbye.